It was in the news, I saw it in the news. What are the odds that you saw it too? What are the odds? What are the odds? Hey, Tony P, what are the odds?
What is up? It's been a little while. I think I missed a week last week, but I am back. Almost missed a week this week. Not gonna lie to you, last week I was in Austin, Texas. The stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas. Actually I had a good time, man. It was some podcast partners on my other show, In Addition, which if you don't listen to, you should check it out. It's just called In Addition. Look it up. I did the other day. It's easy to find. Has a couple raccoons on the cover. Little classy cartoon raccoons. You'll know it when you see it, a.k.a. the Trash Pandas. It's a fun show where we just talk about, we just hang out. There's really no rhyme or we have a topic technically, but we just talk. It's just an excuse to hang out every other week. But a couple from that show, they got married, and it was great, and it was a good time. I could go on and on and on about how great it was, but I'll leave you with this. There were beer donkeys. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. Some people are like rewinding. Hold on, bring that back. What did he say? Yeah, I said it. Beer donkeys. They're just that. Someone asked me, what is a beer donkey? I'm like, oh, they're donkeys that bring beer. What more do you need to know? They're just that. They're a couple of donkeys. In this case, it was Hee Haw and Jose Cuervo. Those were their names, I asked. And they had little, like little coolers, like little, like material cooler, like holds a 6-pack. You know, like I don't want you to think they had like igloos and Yetis and crap strapped to them. No, they had like maybe like those little bag coolers with some ice. You put a couple beers in them. Regular donkeys now become beer donkeys. Like, I'll be honest. I think I've gone on and on and on about these beer donkeys because they were awesome. I think the premise is a little loose. Like, you know, they could carry, and they could be pizza donkeys or M&M donkey. Like, the beer part was very, again, loose, I'll say. Like, it was just a little cooler, and they weren't pulling beers. They weren't making beers. But I guess for me, you know, it's 90% you go for the donkeys. So whatever they were carrying, or that was just irrelevant. I didn't even have a beer from the beer donkey. I didn't care about that. I was in it for the donkey, and they were awesome. They were pretty nice donkeys. The Wrangler, I guess that's what he would be called. The Wrangler was like a cowboy, and by cowboy, I think he had on a cowboy hat. I don't know if there's more like to qualify. I just know he had on a cowboy hat. He was holding a couple donkeys. Look, man, he's in Texas. Those three things right there, that makes you a cowboy as far as I'm concerned. You know, my standards aren't that high. Super nice dude. He was like, yeah, man, these are my buddies. We travel around the state. We do this wedding thing. And because I was like, can I pet him? Or he was like, yeah, sure, of course. So I got to pet the beer donkeys and talk to the cowboy for a second. And it was a good time. There were a lot of other great things, but that's all I'm going to talk about for the wedding. So I didn't record last week. I was in Austin, Texas. This week, I'm actually on vacation. Got some time off for the 4th of July. And had I recorded last week, if I had recorded last week, I would not have recorded this week. I was laying on the couch watching The Simpsons as you do, and was like, you know what, man? It's been 2 weeks. We need to chat. We need to chat about the weird and wacky news. Before we do that, go check out Greg Klima, another friend of mine who did the theme song. You can find him at klima.com, K-L-Y-M-A. Also a nice person. He streams a lot on Twitch, tours around wineries and bars in the Northeast, and does awesome theme songs for podcast. Actually, I think I'm the only awesome theme song he did for a podcast. So let's not act like there's a bunch of them out there. I'm special. Damn it. So it's the 4th of July. Today is actually, as I'm recording this, the 5th of July, which means we survived the fireworks. Let's just get into it. Why do we need fireworks? Like, seriously. Just Nobody's at-home fireworks are ever good. I've been on this earth long enough. I've seen plenty of at-home fireworks. Some states they're legal. Some states you can only buy little certain things in the grocery store. They all suck, right? Have you ever gone to someone's house and be like, yo, man, what a show. No, you didn't. You didn't, because they all suck. Most of them are just loud, which I'm sure you've heard. A lot of the animals hate it. B, there's people with, PTSD or whatever. C, the largest population, not to discount the other two, are just folks that want to go to sleep. All right, I'm in that last group. I sympathize with the other groups, but I'm in the last group personally. Can we just get rid of them? They're never good. If they were good, I'd be like, you know what? I'll deal with it. They're never good. Let's just leave it to the theme parks, the cities. Like, if you're going to do fireworks, make them good fireworks. Sports stadiums. You used to do really good fireworks at the Dodger Stadium. And that was cool because, like, the stadium's in, like, a ravine. So, like, if you're sitting at the top, you almost feel like you're eye level with the fireworks. Let's leave it to let's leave it to the professionals. Can we just do that? Can we just leave it to the professionals? And I know, like, oh man, this guy's getting old and grumpy. Nope. Even when I was young, I was like, these suck. These aren't good. Like, and everyone's like, oh, getting old. Even when I was young, I needed sleep. Even when I was young, I didn't want fireworks at 1 a.m. on a Monday. That's what we got yesterday. Somebody set off a nuclear bomb in my apartment complex, I guess, in the name of fireworks. I don't even know what firework that would be. There was no light. There was no sparkle. It was just a kaboom. So yeah, let's get rid of that. Again, until your home fireworks actually look good, get back to me then. Oh, well, blah, 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 blah. Like I mentioned, I think is what I was trying to say. It was the 4th of July. It is the 4th of July. It's the 5th of July. It's the 6th of July by the time you hear this. Man, I don't know. You get it. Which means we can only talk about one weird and wacky news item. The Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. Held at Coney Island, New York, as it is every Independence Day. Some people argue that's not even a real sport. Like me, I would say that. But the 2020 event would like to have a word with you. Not only did the top competitor arrive on crutches, this dude had like a busted foot or something. I don't know what he was doing. Now, I would argue any real sport you can play with a broken foot, but whatever, we're splitting hairs. And then, if that wasn't enough drama, Joey Chestnut, the main dude that wins every year, asterisk, caveat, we'll get to that in a minute, had to fight off a protester. Somebody came on stage in like a Darth Vader mask, and they were protesting what they called a Death Star of, I think it was like a pork factory or something that makes the hot dogs. And so they got on stage and got a little too close, man. Protest all you want, but don't like push in front of the competitors. That's dangerous. So he had to like grab one by the neck and put him in a chokehold and wait for security to get there. It was crazy this year. As expected, Joey Chestnut, the top-ranked eater in the world and the all-time hot dog eating record holder with 76, easily won the event, which means he has won 15 of the last 16 contests and 7 straight. However, he was slipping. He was slipping this year. He was only able to choke down 63 hot dogs, but he still beat the second-place guy by 15. Who's even are people even trying? I mean, Joey Chestnut's been doing this a long time. How are you still losing by 15 hot dogs? Why are you even there? But anyway, Chestnut, didn't do his best. But again, he had a ruptured tendon in his leg. He had to fight off a person on stage. So all in all, he still did pretty good. However, the caveat, every year, until this man dies of a heart attack on stage, which I do not wish, but have you seen it? It's going to happen. God forbid. I don't want it to happen, but it's going to happen. I'm going to talk about this article, and I'm going to talk about Kobayashi because the Americans are holding him back. They're scared of Kobayashi. They don't want this 4th of July American holiday thing to be dominated by a Japanese man. So they are holding him down. Kobayashi has defeated Chestnut like virtually and in other areas because he's not allowed on like Coney Island or something crazy. I mean, who will be the best? You got to beat the best. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. All right, so why was he wearing this boot? According to Chestnut, it hurts his ruptured tendon, but I was in the zone. I was ignoring it. Who said the pain did slow down his overall pace, which I guess, again, why he only got 60 instead of 70. And then after about 17 hot dogs in, the protester got on stage. That would mess me up. Like, how do you, when you're just scarfing down hot dogs, how do you get back into that? In a statement posted to Twitter, the group, the protesters, were direct action everywhere, and they claimed the protest was against Nathan's pork supplier, Smithfield Foods. That's fair. They say they were exposed for animal cruelty, worker abuse, and pollution. That's fair, Just don't jump on the stage. That gets a little scary. So segregated like everything, there is a women's side of the competition. Okay. And Mickey Sudo, who was pregnant last year, had to take a break for a year, but came back. And so she missed a year because she had a child and came back and won by eating 40 hot dogs and destroyed last year's winner, Michelle Lesko, who only ate 26. Again, Michelle, what are you doing? Why are you there? Like, if last year I won, I only ate like 25 hot dogs, I'd be like, dog, I'm just going to take this belt and leave. The lady's coming back. So anyway, according to Sudo, yes. I guess they interviewed her like, a real athlete, and she was like, I want to set an example to do things that you love and push yourself to your absolute limits. And when things get difficult, still give it a try. I mean, that's all true. I love that. But maybe not in the vein of eating 1,000 hot dogs. I don't know how they do it, man. It is gross to me. If you got to dip your food in a water in this case, but if you have to dip your food in something that your food shouldn't be dipped in just to eat it faster, that's disgusting. I had a hot dog maybe a couple months ago. I literally had one hot dog at Disney World. And then for like 2 weeks, you regret your life decisions. Like, man, should I have really eaten that hot dog? I hope I get out of this alive. I don't know. There's no telling with that hot dog. So I don't know how these folks do it. I could not eat 70 ever. Do they have the shame? Do they have like the 5th of July, the post gorging shame, or is that just me? I don't know.